Rich Cuts presents a Black Pearl Productions. Monumental, Black Boom, Muddy Waters. No more niggas crying on TV. Stop that. Love. It's all love, baby. It's all love. ADOS, ADOS, African and Indigenous. But you been robbed. And we ain't going for that. Madman, yeah, that's me. But it's all good though. Hold your head high and embrace the struggle. Unfortunately, this is how they made us. So yeah, there's things that I won't tolerate, and there's a lot of things that I will tolerate. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But don't think for one moment that I won't do or say anything about the things that I do tolerate. So don't get mad at me when I say something about the things I do tolerate, because I'm just like you. So with that being said, let's get into this.
If you know about it, then you'll be able to discern and learn things based on the etymology of the words that you're using. And you would think about them before you use them, and you might find another word to use. You know what I'm saying? Because once you write it down, you have spelled something. Once you create a spell,
that's it, man.
Once you create a spell, then the spell is going out there. And once you verbalize the spell, now the universe knows the damn spell in your voice. All right? Now you can write it down and think about it, and the universe still knows about your fucking spell, because remember that guy that's inside your head that's talking to you all the time? That's part of the universal shit. We all got that connection.
So it's an independent personal experience.
Everything's an independent personal experience.
Right.
If you didn't have the independent personal experience, you couldn't report back to the experienced one that seeks those experiences so it can learn what you went through, so it can be more like you and help you in your journey. You feel me?
Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Picking up the broken pieces. I done had my share of lessons and no life a teacher. This beat be talking to my soul like it was a preacher. This for them late nights on the road, so turn up your speaker flow, call, turn up the heater. Bet on me, go all in. If I try and I fail, I'ma try it again. I won't stop until I win. Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Everything I wanna know, I'm really about to have it to it.
Paper money and currency.
I don't know what it means either, man.
Okay. Paper money is still an abstract of money because you've never had paper money before yet Western civilization. All before then you had coins which were stamped out of precious metal, right, which represented money. Before then, once you had these slick bankers came up with the note slips of deposits, that you had this amount of gold I'm holding this amount of gold for you. Paper money came from that, from using those paper slips as redeemable merchandise for you to get purchases based on what you had this guy was holding on to. Okay? That's where that whole scheme came about. And they figured out that you could use paper money and inflate the shit to astronomical times of the amounts that you held in reserve actually.
He said astronomical.
Yes, because
straight
it's not
space, dude.
No, it's not like 100 to 1. It's like 1,000,000 to 1 once you figure it out. Because everybody thinks, hey, that's a bank. It's good. So they have faith in what has now is money, but it's become currency because it has a current of all of its own. So you have a bank. The bank controls the currency, just like a river.
Yeah, you want to come over because this about to go out.
Just like the river has two banks, you know what I'm saying, that control its current. So therefore, you get into that aspect of the money being controlled by banks as a form of currency that is not, tear shit up. It's not based off of the money itself, but the belief that the banks have this money or can back up this money that they have. So
speculation.
Speculation is a trading term. You know what I'm saying? That's a variation of it, but a worse variation because when you speculate on shit that don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? That's more of a future talk where you like, well, yeah, it's gonna come here. It's gonna come here. We speculate to be here.
How they call it? Amortization?
Monetization? What? Amortization?
Like the whole spreading of it.
Oh, to annuitize, like yearly basis shit type paying shit.
I mean, like on a mortgage, like.
See, mortgages are the worst.
You know, you got like
I got
do fucking 5 years, nigga, or you can spread yourself 30. You gonna wait 30?
30, 15 years? Which one you want to do?
50? Fuck it,
okay,
let's go
cool,
50.
Nigga, run it 50. We don't
50
give a fuck.
years.
Because your ass die, we gonna have that shit.
Yes, sir, Bob.
You know what I'm saying? And under U.S. law, nobody can own shit but the U.S. Ain't nobody figured that out yet. They had a case in Georgia where they had some Moors stuck to their guns and had repossessed and inadvertently possessed property, homes, $1 million homes. And some of them got to keep the homes scot-free because they stood on their grounds that they were the only ones who could do such an action.
That's 9/10 of the law right there.
Because the bank themselves, as fictional entities, cannot own anything.
Right.
They don't have any type of ownership
right.
rights.
Transit. Everything is transient.
Right.
And as being supposed to hold shit. Everything's supposed to be moving. Like,
right. You know a bank can't hold on to shit.
They ain't supposed to.
No, not legally. No, not lawfully. If you go to court and you hold your guns and just sit back, they gonna run out of ammunition because they can't prove that they own the property. Number one.
At this point,
they can't prove it. No bank can prove that it owns any mortgage that it claims that you have on it. They can't prove it because they sell those motherfuckers on the market all the time. 2008 proved that.
Man, you gotta watch that movie, man. Yeah, Big Short, you seen it?
Yes. People don't pay attention. We live through history, which told us that the housing values are crap and based off of bullshit. And they're sold on the world market as junk bonds. Now.
Motherfuckers housing and shit.
Okay, so you got a mortgage. You're paying a certain amount per year on this mortgage in interest. Why are you paying interest on a mortgage?
Because they got to get paid.
Where did the money come from for the mortgage? Who loaned you the money?
The bank.
Is the bank the same as a mortgage company that you're paying the mortgage to?
Oh, yeah, nowadays.
So your bank and your mortgage company are two separate entities, right?
I hope not.
No, I'm saying you pay the mortgage now, right?
No.
Oh shit, damn! I thought you were fucking up.
No, I'm
okay.
Just paying attention to what you're saying.
So the bank,
if you were paying,
normally the bank and the mortgage company are two separate entities. When you start the process, you have a bank. When you get into the process, you have a mortgage company. Now we need to look at the root word mortgage. What does it mean? What does mort mean?
Death.
And what does gauge mean?
It's like what? Measurement.
Pledge. It's a dead pledge. It's a pledge of the dead. Why would you, as a living citizen of the United States, have to make a dead pledge to pay for a house?
To the death, nigga.
Maybe because
if you pay us off early, I'm not very happy. Don't be making these fucking double payments. I'm trying to get this interest money. I mean, I know you think you're doing a good service to yourself
and helping you
and
out.
your family and all that
but
shit.
You're not helping us because we're not making money.
I'm trying to get paid, so we're gonna hold off on this payment. No, nigga, I'm trying to pay today. No, we're gonna hold off on this payment, pay this shit, and break it down to 3 or 4 payments and pay us like that. Cause this whole bunch of frequent payment shit is fucking my interest up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not interested in this.
I ain't interested in this at all.
Right.
So stop it.
So we go back to the dead pledge because only the dead can make that pledge. And under law, and in the eyes of law, they already see you as dead. You're not alive to them. You can't be. Because they can only deal with entities that are dead or fictional.
They can't wait till you die, nigga.
Okay? So...
But that's most cases now. Motherfuckers be having insurance on niggas and shit. Like, your job. You know what I'm saying?
So
you identified as a legal fiction.
So how deep are we into this? We're pretty deep. Just from everything that's been spoke about, from the etymology all the way up to...
We talked about it, man. You on that motherfucking 10 by 10 platform, nigga, and everything around you is...
How deep is the rabbit hole?
Yeah, that hole.
How deep is the rabbit hole? How deep are we into this rabbit hole?
To stay on your square, nigga,
he said that, stay on your square, and everything else around you is water. Oh, my goodness.
But then you gotta look at that square that you standing on. That square that you claim, it actually belongs to somebody else. Because they use a square too.
Damn, nigga don't own nothing.
You can't have nothing because everything's been taken already.
But ain't that what we said? We've been taken from
and
who
you
we
don't
are,
even know
from who we are.
Don't even know it.
I mean, yeah, I think you know that.
You living life. You're living life, but you're representing a dead person while you're living your life. Yeah. So we're actually walking dead, literally. In the eyes of law, we're the walking dead.
For signing these contracts.
Because of a contract. Because of one contract that nobody really ever recognizes. Nobody goes back to.
So basically, we've been mortgaging ourselves out.
What contract is that?
That's a birth certificate.
We've been mortgaging.
You've already been given away at that point in time. You went on to the Admiralty. You went into Admiralty at that point in time. Nobody's ever claimed you from the Sea of Admiralty.
So, that discussion we had on the way here, right? That whole, once a motherfucker pull you over in your shit, and you sign your name or whatever, you register your car, you sign your name, you in, nigga. Just like the mob and shit. Yeah. The whole, Godfather shit. Yeah, I know you tried to step the game. And it's honorable that you ain't want to fuck with me because you know what it means. And most decent men see it that way too, but they don't have the will to stay away. But you did, and it's honorable. But fuck that, nigga, you owe me. You know what I'm saying? Now you owe me. I'm gonna do what you need, now you owe me. And that's how it's gonna be for the rest of your life. You try to, I appreciate it.
So what?
He said,
now you owe me. So
pay up.
I'm gonna need you to kill somebody at some point. I'm gonna need you to do that. So
ASAP. No question asked. Just do it. Get the fuck out. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking ass.
So the premeditation of it.
Premeditation
of it all.
What?
The premeditation of it all. It's like we were saying. Some things happen off of impulse, but then versus premeditated. As far as how democracy or this structure has been structured, governmental structure, this government, these societies, these, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing premeditated about the government, man. Like, you say impulses.
Why is it so impulsive to us when they feed it to us? The impulse to grasp it, to take it, to you feel me? It's like, why are we so like, yeah, give me that. Cause I mean, they say they vaccinated 2 million, they don't vaccinate 2 million.
I'm believing that shit.
Oh, it's coming.
I don't believe that shit.
Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
When you say premeditated, like shit be written. They be having plans for 100 fucking years, nigga. Yeah. And they deviate, and along the line, like you said, impulsive. It's all based on response and shit. Like they try their little plan as they get interference from like people and shit. Get your ass out the way, and people are like, no, we're not gonna move, and they're like, oh, we gotta deal with this shit.
December 21st
they gotta deviate.
That?
The what?
Think December 21st can change that?
What that mean, nigga?
You need a spiritual change. No, because the people have to recognize the spiritual change in order for anything to happen. To change it amongst themselves for their personal life. Your perspective is not going to change based on a spiritual activity if you're not spiritual.
You don't even see it. Should just go.
You're not going to be able to recognize. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, just because something happened doesn't mean there's going to be a change for everybody else. If they choose not to be able to see the change. If they've never been into that light, if they've been religious their whole life, they'll never be able to be spiritual.
So that same spirit is the same spirit that's going on now is going to...
It's been going, the same spirit has been going on. It's just been subdued and manipulated into what somebody else wanted to be for them.
Right.
Okay, now there has been an awakening of people who starting to see that, hey man, something ain't right. And that's the first inkling that they get that something's not right. They don't know what's not right, but something's not right. So now they're looking at a spiritual essence like, well, damn, maybe my religion's not right. Now they're looking at religion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they look at finance. Maybe they look at government. Maybe they look at how their relationships are. Or how everything is a ship. Because we got friendships, you got relationships. Those are two vehicles, but why are they on ships? Is it because we're at maritime law? And everything got to be on the ship, on the sea of maritime commerce?
The etymology of it is crazy.
The truth about it is always crazy, because if you don't know about them ships, if you don't know about the commerce, if you don't know about maritime admiralty law, then all of what we're saying is blah to you right now, because you're not looking at it. I mean, you can catch up on certain things, but the bigger picture is based off of the concept of using the law of the sea upon the land.
So, is it a coincidence that, the Moorish Science Temple, that's what they founded on? You know what I'm saying?
They founded on what?
The motherfucking laws, the language, and motherfucking the exchange, the interchange of solid ground and goddamn water. You know what I'm saying? How that whole thing is, and that's what it is. Like,
there's a difference in betwixt the two, yes.
One foot on land and 1 foot in the motherfucking water. Like, it's the same shit. There's you know what I'm saying?
But then you got those two different laws. You got the common law and maritime admiralty law. They let common law fall to the wayside and promoted maritime admiralty law.
It's more beneficial for them.
Right. It's easier for them.
Commerce.
It's easier for them, but it's at a detriment for the common man.
Yeah, at some point.
So
okay. So let me ask you something. Is America the only corporation as far as a nation state? Like,
no.
There are others?
Yes.
Who?
All of them. They have all followed the American model, as in such, using central banks. The central banks is what determines what you are.
So the few countries that haven't adopted
don't have central banks as of yet.
Like Iran.
Okay.
North Korea.
Okay.
Another demonized country.
Well, it used to be Libya, but they fucked Libya over.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You have a couple of African countries that don't have it. Like
there's only a few.
The one they fight in Sudan doesn't have
So
one.
when you say
establishment of the Federal Reserve in your own particular, it ain't no establishment, nigga. These motherfuckers, you taking it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we created this problem and solved it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The
So yours.
dialectic. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? See, you ain't even paying attention.
No, he's not. He's over there snapping his shit.
About
What did you just say? What was
The Hegelian dialectic.
Okay.
When you create the problem and you propose a solution.
You get the reaction.
Problem.
You remember?
Oh, y'all just talked about that?
Yeah, nigga.
We just said it. We just mentioned it right then. So anyway.
Nah, that was something we was talking about on the way up here.
Yeah, that's the shit though.
Problem,
reaction, solution.
Yeah.
The Hegelian dialectic.
Solution.
It is a useful sociological tool that evil people use. Okay? Those are the only ones that implement this because it always drives people towards a certain outcome. Nothing that they would do organically on their own, but something that was already prescribed for them to do. Like when you said, do you think that these things are scripted or whatnot? You know what I'm saying? That they written down, like how governments operate.
Impulse versus
right, there's actually, do you actually have a fucking choice is the question.
Sure.
Do you have a choice, nigga?
Why wouldn't you?
Why would you? In a system that they created to run, that they had years to refine before you even born, that they had a system in place that they could run, why would you have a choice?
See,
you may have the illusion of choice.
All right, so you know there's laws, right?
Man, come on, man, don't tell me that.
You know there's laws, right? So you got the animal world, right?
Talking to?
Where like you a little fucking warthog and shit, right? Just in the fucking Sahara somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Chilling and shit, thinking you all free and shit. And drinking a little water and shit. You looked around, ain't nobody around. Like, damn, that's what's up. You know, got you know, shit, nigga. Like for real, like I get, the whole shit to myself. Like, and the whole time, nigga, behind you, you don't even know, nigga. So you know the lions and shit. You know what it is, nigga. And it's only like 2 or 3 of them niggas behind them, cause they already got it figured out, nigga. We gonna set it up to where this motherfucker got to run that way. And we got about 5 motherfuckers over there in the corner and shit. And soon as he run, they got it all figured out. They like football players, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my motherfucking angles right, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
They too sneaky.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get my angles and shit right. Oh, that's mine. We gonna eat pretty good tonight, type shit. Mm-hmm. But in this world, the whole thing with it is, it don't have to be like that in the human world. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have to be like that at all.
We see animals and how they live, like, oh, that shit fucked up. You see how babies just got ate and shit? And we like, oh, then we go right back to this old shit we doing.
Survival of the fittest. Why is it like that for the humans?
Do you think you could
they choose to be like
you
that.
Sleep at night with that type of mentality?
That's why they make them pills, nigga. What you mean?
What pill?
What's that shit for sleeping when people be sleepwalking and shit, nigga? Like
melatonin
driving and shit and be sleep driving and shit.
Melatonin do that?
Nah, no. That A word, man. That shit that they make, man. People be fucking driving and then wrecking and shit, kill like 6 people and wake up like,
amphetamines.
Nah, this is a word for it. Come on now. Producer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an A word, man. The sleep medicine, man.
Yeah,
sleep medicine. Let me look it up. Sleep medicine.
It's an A word, man. What it say, man? What that bitch Siri say?
It's a couple of...
No, what's the main one, man?
It's a bunch of them, bro.
Oh, man, this is bad fucking TV right
I don't know the name of shit with I'm getting no aspirin, nigga.
Ambien, nigga.
Ambien.
Oh,
and I thought about it before I found it. Ambien. I thought about it.
I did a song called Ambien.
Yeah, Ambien, nigga.
Real,
you know, people take that shit when they can't sleep, nigga. They don't, got motherfuckers murdered and shit. And,
so once they take it, they become
babies
murderers
and shit. And, drink blood and shit, and they can't sleep because the demons fucking with them. like, you know, they haunted because they done did some foul ass shit all their life. So they need some shit to sleep. Motherfuckers be driving and shit, you know, be ambient out, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you talking about. What was talking about?
Well, we had producer, good God.
I was saying, you think you can sleep at night with that?
Yeah, he said, as long as you got that damn ambient,
As long as you got that ambient. Oh, okay. You
but
gotta put yourself
listen,
out.
no, man, you gotta.
I don't.
You think
I'm just saying.
You think that's cats like that be doing?
Man, the people that have the honor,
That's
bro.
good,
Man, the people are used to what they're doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just like them people.
Cremation of care, nigga. Go back to that shit.
Yeah, nigga.
Bohemian Grove, nigga.
Think about that one. Cremation
But
of care.
Bohemian Grove is bigger than that now. Bohemian Grove is nationwide now.
It's always been nationwide.
But it was more, you know.
No. It's always been for everybody around. You just had to be able to get in. You had to put down and put in penance to get into that motherfucker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to be in a club.
Right. But
Now it's mainstream.
Well, it's always
Just kind of like
with Black Moon.
it's only mainstream to us.
Black Moon
But
part of that, right?
We just not find out about it. You know what I'm saying? It's always been there. It's always been mainstream to the people who give a damn. The elite, it's always been good with them. Is what I'm saying.
in the elite. It was main. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's always been that shit
it wasn't
for them.
for the masses.
No, it's never
Like
been for the
cocaine,
masses.
nigga. It was one point where cocaine was just reserved for the rock stars and shit. Then they said, okay, niggas can have cocaine.
They made crack.
They dropped that shit off in the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? A progression of the whole thing. Or regression. Digression. However it goes.
With Black Mirror, with this show Black Mirror, would that be connected to Bohemian Grove? And
You have to think about what black mirrors were used for, or what black oculuses were used for. Conjuring of demons and spirits and shit like that.
What they call them?
You know what I'm saying? Those are portals. Those are openings. Those are dimensional doorways. Those are realms of power, things that you can use to bring other shit through. You know what I'm saying? It's an etymology of the
call
word.
them something.
Black mirror. Look at that shit. I'm telling you.
Something glass or fucking.
What, a seeing glass or what? I'm trying to say, because he said some type of glass. You know, an oculus.
well, this Black Mirror was basically bringing something out of that individual.
Yeah. That you didn't know that was there in the first place. Right. But it's nothing good that don't come from a black mirror. That's what I'm saying. That's like that little thing they got, you know, they got the mirror shit that you work out in. I don't think that's a good thing just because, you know, it's a mirror, yeah, but it has more power than a mirror does. Most people don't know what mirrors are actually, you know, what they're for anyway. It's not just for, even if it's just for beautification, the act of beautifying yourself is something that is out of what they call conceit.
Yeah, vanity and shit.
Vanity. You know what I'm saying? That's part of that shit you shouldn't be doing. You know?
Vanity, yeah.
You know, vanity, jealousy, greed, envy, lust. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You shouldn't delve in, but we readily accept these things as part of life and as what life entails.
You know, you just might have actually gave me a whole nother viewpoint on something.
What?
Because I'm thinking
Scrying mirror. That's the word I was
thinking
looking
mental.
for. Damn.
I'm
And I
thinking
found it.
mental
Before. I thought
confusion.
about it before I found it. Whatever.
But now I'm thinking mental confusion. But now my final beginning is mirror confusion. Mirrored confusion.
Yeah, you need to be on screen for that. I don't know.
Mirrored confusion.
Mirrored confusion.
I don't know what that means, man.
Because you keep.
Is that confusion coming back to you? You know, are you saying like our lives are mirrored confusion, like we're given we're given something, a lie, and we have expounded on that lie, and they've extrapolated upon that lie and that lie again. So those elements of mirror confusion where you can only see what they've given to you based on their Hegelian dialectic of them running shit the way they want to run. I'm just saying, that's all the only thing I can come up with.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
You got nothing for that?
I mean, what he said or the question? I don't know. Whatever he said make sense to me, man. As far as that question.
Oh man,
I didn't know what to do.
Good stuff. This is good stuff.
Oh shit.
Oh man. So, how would you explain the lack of cognitive
Dissonance.
Lack of?
dissonance. Or
The prevalence of, not lack of.
right. The prevalence of cognitive dissonance. And it goes back to why is it so impulsive?
Well, it's
Even
easy.
the mirror.
It's
Why is
easier
the
for
mirror
people.
so impulsive?
It's easier for people to exist in a state of cognitive dissonance than to sit back and have the truth, as he stated earlier. All right, he said that. You know, you'd rather be told a beautiful lie than the ugly truth. That's better for everybody. That's better for the human psyche. The human psyche would rather believe a lie than to know the truth. If the human psyche was given the truth in opposed to a lie, it would fucking shut down. Because it would rather.
Say what?
It would shut down. It would rather live
what
a
would
lie.
shut down?
The human psyche would rather live a lie than be
And it
in
would
the
shut
truth.
down.
It will shut the fuck down. You ain't seen people have mental breakdowns when they find out the truth about shit? You can look crazy all you want. But when you find out in actuality, when you in your heart of hearts, when you find out that everything that you believed in is fake, it's over for that
To
shit.
be Al Green, right? You Al Green, right? Think about you Al
We
Green,
here
right?
now.
You Al Green, right? Like, bitches love you, right? All over the world, man. They love you everywhere you go. And this one woman thinks she has the audacity to, be so angry. She's so upset and angry that she gonna throw some motherfucking grits on a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be sharing my dick with the world. Like, who are you to tell
To
me?
limit me on sharing my
know what I'm
dick.
saying?
It's my dick, bitch.
To the extent that you willing to damage me for the rest of my life
Right.
with some goddamn grits and shit, like that's some old real shit. What was you talking about, man? I'm sorry, man.
You stupid cuz. That was some old selfish ass shit though she did to that man.
What was we talking about, man?
God damn. Cognitive dissonance.
I don't even know how that fit in that whole thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess it was her cognitive dissonance thinking that she could do that and it'd be alright. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, humanity would rather live a lie than know the truth.